welcome to Extreme Ice Center here in Charlotte. Tonight, your Charlotte 49ers take on the Tigers of Clemson. With our broadcast colleague Brett Williams, I am Greg Moshopoulos. We are here, hockey night in Charlotte. 49ers avenged the loss last week against Elon, a shootout loss here at home on their home opener. Defeated them 8-3 the very next afternoon, and Brett, a little bit hungry after that shootout loss on Friday night.
Yeah, no question. Charlotte played an unbelievable game against Elon. They were down 2 goals 3 different times in that game, eventually forced overtime, and as you said, would fall in the shootout. But you knew they were ready to go take on the Phoenix again, and they proved it with another offensive explosion on Saturday.
Absolutely. Michael Sabetic, really the key in that loss last Friday night. Remarkable goaltending by him. And then here you are, Clemson, their first 2 games against UNC and Duke the week before. Outscore them 20-2, and then lose last weekend to South Carolina, a little bit coming back down to earth at that point, but make no mistake, high-scoring offense by guys like Rasico and Ryu. That top line, 22 points in 3 games.
Yeah, Clemson can absolutely score the puck. They do a great job. And, South Carolina, obviously a huge rivalry matchup for them. And so you never really can use that as a great test of what a team has, because rivalry games can go either way. And South Carolina, after dropping their opener in the season against UNC Charlotte, they came back. They were ready to go, and that's why they ended up beating Clemson the way they did. So it should be a phenomenal matchup between the 49ers and Tigers tonight.
Next up, we'll have the starting lineups and the national anthem. Stay tuned right here at Extreme Ice Center.
Starting lineups for the Clemson Tigers. Number 18, Jake Bader.
And the team's about to line up here for this Friday night matchup here at Extreme Ice Center. Charlotte coming right out with their top line of Gilmartin, Arnold, and Miller. And, of course, Ritter in net. Great game last Friday night. Couldn't quite keep the rebounds under control. He hopes to have a better performance tonight. But Brett, we've seen it before. Rebound control, getting pucks to the net, getting traffic in front. Crucial for teams to get some scoring opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And they always say if you put pucks on the net, good things are going to happen. And certain for the goaltenders, if they can't control it, it's going to open up easy opportunities in front. And you're absolutely right. That did hurt the 49ers last week. But if anything, we know Daniel Ritter's a very resilient goalie, and he'll be able to come back in here and put on a good performance tonight. And
Joe Kaiser is who Clemson turns around with. He has not played as of yet this season. They've been going with Liam McHugh, has played all 3 games. So an opportunity here for the youngster, Joe Kaiser, to show what he has here for Clemson.
Yeah, Kaiser and McHugh have been splitting time this year as well as, well, obviously, like you said, Kaiser hasn't played this year, but he split time with him last year. He actually has been around the Clemson program for a few years, so certainly knows the ropes.
And we're underway. Vanderleest with the puck. Clemson now behind the net, trying to regroup. They come out with it. Nice pass over to the left wing. Taken away there by McCoy. Dumps back in. Good check there by Miller to keep it in the zone momentarily. Gilmartin now with it. Along the blue line, crosses over. Nice move to the outside. Nice stick check away there by Tallow. Now Clemson comes back the other way. And McCoy again with the body. They go in deeper. McCoy with it now. He gets hard hit there in the corner. Turnover, shot just wide. Clemson keeps it in. Takeaway there. They come out with it. Gilmartin dumps it in, taken away. Neutral zone turnover. Here comes Clemson back with it. They dump, and they'll go for a change.
Already seeing the physicality established in this game early. Both teams laying on some hits.
Regroup now behind. Here comes Salfia, the freshman. Up the ice. Clemson now takes over the neutral zone. Here's Rasico. He comes in that left side. Shot deflected away up into the netting. Good stick work there by Chase Weirden getting the stick on it. Hard-hitting affair already. Just 119 into this one. We did not see that much hitting with Elon, but Clemson certainly laying the lumber early on.
That's certainly the identity of this team. We know Charlotte can provide it too. Expect this to be a good battle all night on the boards.
And here comes the 2-on-1 now. Shot, good save, and the rebound is loose behind the net. Good opportunity there by Usinger using his speed. We saw that last Friday. Clemson takes a breather and dump it out. Here's Weirden now. Fronted there at the center line, dumped back in, and this will go for icing.
49ers always difficult to stop on those breakaways. Joseph Kaiser was able to get it done. But watch out for the 49ers in transition, one of the deadliest teams you'll see.
Yeah, solid shoulder save there by Kaiser on Usinger, who turned the Jets on to turn that into a 2-on-1. Face-off one now back to the point, dumped back in deeper as Charlotte tries to regain control. Battle along the boards now. Puck trickles behind the net. They do battle there. Finally, it's taken away. Blocked the side there. Driscoll keeps control of it. Driscoll still fighting with it. Now he goes out to the point. Shot from the point. Rister is blocked aside. Comes back out to the point and dumped back in deeper. Usinger gives chase. Kept in the zone nicely there by Driscoll. Clemson hemmed into their own zone now. Good cycle now. Looking for a man up front. Usinger the shot. That gets blocked. And Clemson dumps it out.
A well-timed block from Clemson. Charlotte had Zachary Broski just cherry-picking in front, but they couldn't get it through to him.
Broski up the ice. Nice blow pass there to the neutral zone. Here comes Ray. Ray dumps it into the far corner. Clemson up the boards with it. Kept in momentarily. Centering pass out in front of the slot. That shot trickles wide. Kept in another block up high. And taken back out again. Charlotte definitely controlling possession at this point. Chard, the freshman, centering pass misses. Rebound is there in the slot. He gets taken down, save made, and he will cover. Kaiser gets the paddle down and makes sure nothing trickles by.
And he had a few defenders right in front of him, too, to make sure it blocked out any chance at a rebound.
Max McCarthy with a nice chance on the backhand. Couldn't lift it, but nonetheless a good scoring chance again for the 49ers. Ray will come in now for the offensive zone faceoff. Clemson battles and gets it out of their own zone. Scoville with it. He laid some lumber in last Friday's game. He carries over the blue line, now turns it over. Dumped back in by Charlotte. No icing here. Dinkler now behind his own net. Goes to the near side wing. Nobody there, battle along the boards. Clemson dumps it back down low. Dinkler with it again. He loses control of it. Scoville uses the body again. Dinkler up the boards. Clemson keeps it in. Again, now behind the net. And a solid check there by Smolens. And again, Clemson taking the body.
And give the referee an assist on that check. If he hadn't have interrupted the 49er right nearby, he probably wouldn't have gotten there before the Clemson Tiger would have applied that hit.
Driscoll taking the scenic route around the linesman there. Here comes Ray with it. Bad turnover, that's going to be offside though. Vanderleest not happy about it, but clearly his men had not gotten out of the zone as of yet.
Vanderleest, a newcomer to the Clemson program this year, already has a pair of goals and a pair of assists along with it.
Here's Vanderleest again. He'll pitchfork that one into the zone. Here's McCoy. Up the boards. Again, Clemson keeping things contained along the boards, really forcing Charlotte into some turnovers in their own zone. McCoy behind the net has some time. Up the ice, that will miss everybody. Foot race goes on, but this will be icing against the 49ers.
Teams still feeling each other out a little bit, but you really do see the characteristic speed and the characteristic physicality that both of these teams have makes them so balanced, makes them a threat against any team they play.
We're definitely beginning to see Clemson taking the body, and the 49ers are trying to get it up through the middle of the ice to get it out of their own zone because Clemson is really hemming them in along the boards. McCoy with the puck. That's turned over in front. Centering pass taken away. Nicely there by the freshman, Salfia. Clemson still with control. Good centering pass. That gets deflected. A good stick work there by McCoy. As Paff, the dangerous Chandler Paff, had an opportunity but could not get it on net.
Yeah, Paff tied for the team lead with 5 goals. One of the big threats for Clemson has been for some years now. And McCoy was better in front.
Top line again out there for the 49ers. Clemson behind the net. Now Broski up the ice. One touch pass there. Now here comes Gilmartin. The big man shot from the blue line gets blocked, and now Clemson takes over. Unable to keep control. That gets into the bench of Clemson. It'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. Gilmartin providing that size with that top line. With the speedster Miller, the sniper. As Gilmartin whiffs on the shot, Clemson tries to dump it out and bounces over the stick of Burke. And the Niners regroup in the neutral zone. Collision there by 2 Clemson defenders, but are able to dump it in. Do not pay the price for that. Here's Burke. He dumps it to the near side to Gilmartin. Gilmartin, the self-pass. Skates up the left side. Nice pass over to Miller. Miller, though, taken away by Morrissey. Gilmartin, another turnover in the neutral zone. Gilmartin again. He gets over to Arnold, the captain, got in the left wing, trying to get to the forehand. Gets a backhand shot, stopped by Kaiser, loose in front. Burke now dumps it back down low. Gilmartin with the puck. Tries to center it. Bouncing around, a shot into the corner. Miller fighting now in the corner, 1-on-2. Clemson trying to get some breathing room here and get the puck out, and they finally do.
Charlotte certainly making the Tigers think. Joseph Kaiser was sprawled all over the place, have taken a couple of quick shots.
Both teams go for wholesale changes now. Clemson tried to catch him in a change, unable to do so as Butterfield was at the end of his shift. Here comes Driscoll with it now, getting some speed up through the neutral zone. He goes outside to Weird, and Weird in the shot, stick aside into the corner by Kaiser. Charlotte now circling, back to the point. Slap shot from there, blocked. Dangerously now, trying to break it out with it, but unable to get the breakaway that he wanted. Drop pass there. Blocked aside. Kept in nicely by Clemson. Shot from the left side, and Ritter will smother that one against his chest.
Ritter hasn't had to face too much action tonight. Usually anything that's come in has been stopped by his defenders in front. A key save nonetheless. 7.5 minutes in.
You definitely want to get some easy ones out of the way, get a feel for the puck as a goaltender. Now behind the net, centering pass blocked nicely there by Dinkler. Dangerous opportunity averted. Oh, solid check at center ice by Brendan Green to stop the rush for the 49ers. Sticked up nicely there by Ritter. Weirden tried to get it to Driscoll. Nice move to the middle, to the backhand, one-timer, what a save by Kaiser with the right pad.
Did not expect that, the way that set up. It was beautiful work in transition by Driscoll, and yet went across, and Kaiser was ready for the one-timer.
Sprawling right pad save by Kaiser, and his defense helped him smother up the rebound.
This may be his first appearance of the season, but you can tell got a lot of game experience. He's ready to go right from the jump.
Made some nice saves. Got a little bit out of position a couple times there, but his defense did help him out. But definitely a solid save there. One-timer from point-blank range. Puck goes into along the blue line, taken away there by Tallow. Tallow goes cross ice. Deflected in, there'll be no icing here. McCoy now with it. He circles around behind his net, and he breaks out with some speed. McCoy still with it. McCoy looking for room. Tries to dump it in, actually hits his own man, but eventually MacArthur takes it, but they rule offside. McCoy going up the middle as the Tigers trying to keep them off those boards and prevent the easy breakout. McCoy takes it up the middle. Solid check there by Salfia. He got pushed around a little bit last Friday. He's fully prepared now not to have that happen again. Centering pass there, Ray has it. He will dump it in deeper as it was 1-on-2. Battle behind the net. Now to the corner. Centering pass gets all the way through. And a penalty now will be called here. It'll be a slash. And Charlotte will go on the penalty kill. Looks like Andrew Chard, the freshman, goes for slashing.
And Clemson with a dangerous power play unit. Got a lot of good scorers out there. We'll see Paff, we'll see Rasico.
To the point. Shot from the point, again blocked aside, goes into the corner. Checked away there. Here goes Rasico. Rasico 1-on-2. He battles and gets it out. McCoy nicely done, takes it away. And this will be a delayed penalty against Clemson, a frustration tripping call. And that will take care of their power play. We'll go to 4-on-4.
So much for dangerous power play unit if they end up just committing a penalty right in the middle of it. Now 4-on-4, and honestly with the speed of Charlotte and how good they are on breakaways, you got to think this gives a favor to the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers got back into the game last week against Elon with a 4-on-4 goal by Sean Burke. See if they have similar success here tonight. And they're going with the big guns, Arnold and Miller out there at forward. Face off one back, but nobody there at the blue line. It'll come out and they'll regroup. Salfia over to Miller. Miller has some space in front of him. He will dump it down, and he'll give chase along with Arnold on the left side. Dumped around, Safia gets to it. Keeps it in on the backhand. Centering passes, Miller! Just misses wide! Kaiser may have gotten a piece of that. Turnover now, here comes Miller in the slot. Miller still holds, a blocker save by Kaiser again, and now Clemson comes out 2-on-1. McCoy's the only man back. Saucer pass over, backhander, a fantastic save by Ritter. Deflection, another save by Ritter. Rasico.
Eventually stopped by Clemson. How about these goalies showing out right now in 4-on-4? Kaiser stops Andrew Miller, which is tough to do anytime, anywhere. And then Ritter with not one but two clutch saves on the other end.
4-on-4 open ice now. This will be the icing, yes. Burke gets there first for the icing call, and 4-on-4 for another 37 seconds. And I'd venture to say we wouldn't mind seeing more 4-on-4 the way this has gone here, just about a minute of play.
No question. Honestly, it looked more like those 3-on-3 NHL overtimes than the back and forth 2-on-1s.
Shot from the point, that gets blocked by his own man. Clemson dumps it out. That'll go for icing as well. Oh, the puck dying down. No, they'll wave it off. They wave it off, and actually Charlotte doesn't go after the puck initially. Broski now battling to the side of the net. Tries to get it out in front. Powell trying to get to it. Now the net comes off the moorings, and there'll be an offensive zone face-off for Clemson.
Almost a very unlucky break for Charlotte. The puck looked sure to get past the red line, and like you said, it just died at the last second, and they weren't ready for it, but Ritter was. The net helped them out, too.
And perhaps a little bit of a fresh mistake there by Broski. He goes cross ice looking for Usinger, but it goes behind him. Usinger now lays the body in. Takes the puck. Loose now, and here comes Charlotte. Taken back away, Usinger. Cross ice to Burke. And they'll have a very short power play opportunity here, about 15 seconds. Shot there blocked, goes to the side. Goes behind the net now. Centering pass misses everybody. Back to the point now. Chard with it. Goes down low. Broski back to Chard. Back to Broski. Goes other side, now behind the net again. Back to full strength now. Cross ice pass not there, dangerous pass. And now Clemson trying to break out. Nicely done there. Zach Broski gets back to prevent a possible breakaway. And now Clemson takes it back again. Here comes Isaiah Jackson, a nice move to the backhand, but it's taken away by the freshman Andrew Chard.
How about this open ice defense from the 49ers? Very nice job stonewalling some key Tigers.
Chard now building up speed after the turnover. He comes in on the left wing. Gets the forehand off. Pad save again by Kaiser. Now turnover. Kaiser just, apologize. Chard jumps it back in. Nice move there. Trying to get centered in front. Deflected away. Back to the point now. Shot. You hear it. Pad save. Another pad save. Loose in front. Now goes to the corner. Dumped in by Dinkler. MacArthur with it, battling. Now over to Ray. Tried to give and go, didn't work. Ray with it now to the backhand, blocked aside. Clemson again hemmed in, but it looks like they might be able to finally break out of their zone. And I say that another turnover. Chard keeps it in. Knocked down nicely by Dinkler. He sends it in front, blocked aside to the corner. MacArthur with it behind the net. Tired legs for Clemson. Shot from the point. Dinkler misses wide. Solid check again by Clemson, and now a counterattack possibility here. Breaking in and nicely done there. Matthew Fawcett with a solid back check to break up that scoring opportunity.
Once again, Clemson just didn't get an opportunity in net thanks to the 49ers defense.
Here's Power with it. He loses control. Drops out. Oh, slap shot. Rebound there, and Ritter finally recovers and covers it up.
Another defender in front doing work, Riley Scoville, as he forced the Tiger away from the puck and allowed Ritter to get to it in time.
As you hear the thud off the pads of Ritter, but nicely done there. to keep an opportunity on the rebound. Backhander there goes shoved in the corner. McCoy with it now. He goes up the boards. Clemson will keep it in. Slap shot deflected in. Dangerous opportunity now. Wrap around. Ritter with the pad save. Kept in again. McCoy behind the net. Goes out to Ibrahim. Turned over there. Ibrahim tries to use the body, misses. Loose puck. Kept in again by Clemson. Now McCoy again. He goes up the near side. Kept in again. Ibrahim forces the turnover and gets it finally out of the zone. Let the 49ers breathe. Dumped back in now as both teams go for changes.
Clemson's definitely putting more pressure quantitatively on Charlotte. Perhaps the quality of Charlotte's pressure and the quality and high percentage of their shots has been much greater.
Yeah, a couple dangerous opportunities for Clemson. We had that deflection that Ritter stopped, and then the wraparound just got there in time with his right pad to keep that out. Here's Tallow with it. Tallow goes up the boards, looking for Paff. Kept in momentarily, it is kept in. Miller now. Gilmartin. What a pass to Martin! Miller in front, no! Blocked the side into the corner, and Clemson tries to clear it out, and does so. Bouncing puck, dangerous opportunity there. Salfia does the smart thing and swipes it aside. McCoy wristed again, and Kaiser covers it up easily.
That pass from Gilmartin would have landed itself on a highlight reel somewhere if that had gone in for goal. And Andrew Miller was there open, and Gilmartin between his own legs found him right in front. Once again, Kaiser foiled him.
Top line definitely generating chances. We are scoreless with 5:23 left in the first. Weirden tries to center it. That gets taken away. Kept in nicely. A diving play by Gilmartin. Tries to center in front for Miller. Nothing there. Bouncing around. Finally taken up by Isaiah Jackson. Kept in by Burke. Arnold looking around for it. Clemson will break out. And again, up the middle now. Watch out. Down the right wing now. Drop pass there. Nothing doing. Jackson can't control it. Nicely done by Burke. Dumped back out into center. Bouncing puck. Both teams now fighting the puck a little bit. Burke stands his man up. Weirden. Now it's Driscoll. And both teams clogging up the neutral zone right now. Dumped back in. Weirden gives chase. Trying to force a turnover. Nearly does. And now it is. There's Usinger. Usinger centering pass. Oh, pad save. Driscoll couldn't lift it, but got the shot off nonetheless. Slap shot from the point. Blocker to side by Kaiser. Up the boards, and Clemson gets it out.
Going back to your point in the open, Greg, they had traffic in front and ended up hitting a skate, worked its way up toward the net. Once again, Kaiser was ready for it, however.
Kaiser's solid performance here in the first thus far. Battle there again, trying to find the loose puck. Clemson keeps it in now, turnover, and here comes Rasico. Behind the net, the dangerous Rasico, centering pass, nothing doing there, nice positioning by Dinkler. Weird now, the diagonal pass, Weird moves in. Pow, good save there again. Here's Kaiser coming out to challenge Weirden, not much of an angle, but he smothers up the rebound.
Well, in Clemson's case, the goalie play. On Charlotte's case, it's the defense, but really keeping both of these prolific offenses in check thus far tonight. Not for lack of opportunity, just better defensive play.
Again, a fight for the puck there. A little bit of a reach by Salfia. Causes a turnover, and here they come out. Now Clemson. It's centering pass and deflected wide. Is that dangerous first line of Clemson? And now Chard brings it up. Chard one-on-one. What a move around the defenseman. Gets a forehander off. Didn't get much on it, but Kaiser smothers it nonetheless. I've been impressed with Chart. I've only seen him a couple games, but Chart has definitely got some offensive skills, and he has burned that right defenseman on a couple occasions already here in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. That raw speed will take you a lot of places, and he's got the puck handling to go along with it.
Clemson breaks out. McCoy trying to keep him out wide. Good hit there by McCoy. Jackson with it. To the point. Deflected just wide. Traffic in front. And it never made it on that centering pass. Loose in front. Ritter with a one-timer save on Isaiah Jackson. Another opportunity for him.
Looked like Ritter thought it was in the net behind him. Instead, he ended up making the stop. Didn't realize it. And neither did any Tiger, as it ended up right in front of him for a few seconds before he covered.
Another pad save again by Ritter off the faceoff. Turnover in front. Jackson again with it. Pad save by Ritter. Trying to go back to Jackson, taken away by Miller. Miller to Gilmartin. Here come the 49ers. Gilmartin down the right wing, trying to get to the backhand. Centering pass taken away. Clemson breaks out again. Nice stick work there by McCoy to break up that opportunity by Vanderleest. Miller with it at center ice. He dumps it down low. Gilmartin. Centering pass. Bounces to the point for McCoy. McCoy, other point. Salfia sends it in front. Pad save. Momentarily out of the zone for Clemson as they regroup. That first line again for the 49ers. Wreaking havoc, but unable to get one by Kaiser. And they wave off icing here. It looked like it was going to be a simple icing, and McCoy is going to take a penalty here. It looked like it was going to be icing, but McCoy stops skating, interferes with Smolens, and Charlotte will go back on the penalty kill with 1:19 to play here in the first.
I know it was a shove into the boards. I got to imagine it's still going to be a minor, though, because that was at the red line. Had a lot of distance from the wall. It wasn't a forceful hit into the lower boards, just the way it ended up.
Obvious call nonetheless. 2-minute minor only. Well, one of Charlotte's best defenders now in the box for a penalty kill. Tallow. Right side over. 1 minute left here in the first. Watch out. Oh, blocker save by Ritter. Weirden can't get it out. They keep it in. Here's Suda with it. He dumps it down lower. Not cleared out, but Usinger with a good stick work there at the blue line eventually gets it out of the zone. Weird now trying to get an opportunity by himself, but he turns it over in the neutral zone. Here comes Rasico again. Rasico down low to Jackson. Jackson behind the net now. Tries to drop it off. Burke takes it away, sends it up the boards, deflected, and eventually taken out by Weirden. 15 seconds left here in the first. Rasico again with it. Takes the slap shot, deflected wide. Centering pass by Jackson taken away. Kept in the zone now. Whiffs on the shot. Opportunity for Jackson. He whiffs on it. Ritter covers as the buzzer sounds to end the first.
I believe they're going to go ahead and let him go. Looked like the clock should have stopped at about 0.6 seconds or so, but what realistically are you going to be able to accomplish in that time anyway?
Not a whole lot. And here we are at the end of the first period here from Extreme Ice Center. Clemson, nothing. 49ers, nothing.
Welcome back to Extreme Ice Center, everybody. Brett Williams and Greg Moshopoulos here with you. Thanks so much for being with us. We are ready for the second period between your Charlotte 49ers and the Clemson Tigers. No score to report. Charlotte will come out with 41 more seconds on the penalty kill. A 2-minute minor charge to Matt McCoy for interference late in the first period. So far, Charlotte perfect on the penalty kill. They had one very short man-down opportunity early in the first period. Because Clemson immediately committed a penalty and forced 4-on-4 play. Had some exciting opportunities on both ends of the ice, but so far, Greg, it's been the defense and the goalies that have kept it scoreless.
Yeah, a couple of golden opportunities for each team. Goalies have stood strong. A lot of time in the neutral zone. There was some hard hitting early on, and a lot of neutral zone play after that. So 5-on-5 teams are really kind of hem things down.
Clemson trying to take advantage of this last 30 seconds of the man advantage. Andrew Rasico circling it. Back to the point it goes, Christian Suda. Quick shot is turned aside by Daniel Ritter. Into the corner they go. Clemson controls right back up to the blue line. Suda a little back and forth. Looks for Rasico down low. It's stolen away by Charlotte. Tried to get it out but could not. Turned back down by Isaiah Jackson. Now a centering pass to the far side. Rasico unable to get to it. And Charlotte an opportunity to break out the other way. Can they time it right? They do have a quick opportunity. All the way down. Usinger, and it's blocked aside by Kaiser. Usinger had the breakaway once again. Kaiser too strong.
There's a speed again. Usinger just skating around his man. But again, Kaiser with the strong right pad save, keeping this scoreless.
And meanwhile, his counterpart Ritter did a nice spin move to stop Andrew Rasico, who was coming in. So the goalies continue to put on a show. Shot from the red line, no angle, but Ritter blocked it anyway.
Yeah, those can be tricky for goaltenders on a sharp angle like that. You got to hold your position, stay square to the shooter, and you should be able to stop it.
Back to even strength here, have been for a few seconds now. Clemson trying to control, going back into the corner. A couple players jostling for the puck. Thomas Gilmartin eventually gets to it, sends it up into the neutral zone. Dumped right back in by Clemson. But they'll have to go out. Control behind to the near side. Now sent up off the stick of Andrew Miller. On over to Gilmartin. Gilmartin works his way in. Big shot from the point. All the way around to the other side of the blue line. Body check laid on by Patrick Salfia. And the 49ers continue to establish possession. Stolen on away. Opportunity here. Kaiser with a diving stick save. He popped it aside. Otherwise, it would have been one on net. Now quickly encountered. Chandler Paff works his way in on a cross and was blocked aside.
Well, back and forth action here. What a save by Kaiser to go out there. If he hesitates for a split second, Miller has an empty net. Great job to get out to that puck.
Goalies continuing to put in extra work tonight. Rasico onto the red line. Leaves it behind the net. Clemson stymied. And now Charlotte back into the neutral zone. Bringing on forward. Well, tit for tat, James Dinkler. Sends on down. Now Clemson moving the other way. Here's Paff. Paff on across the blue line. Still trying to make it work. Eventually ran into one too many 49ers. Charlotte sends it on around, back up toward the blue line, into the neutral zone. Now here come the 49ers with numbers. Potential 3-on-1. Here's Andrew Chard, works his way in and shoots high.
Chard, golden opportunity, and now Chard is going to take a penalty. Frustration by Chard right there behind the play. Knocks his man down without the puck.
And that's a second penalty on Chard tonight. Mentioned earlier, a freshman, and he has great skills offensively for sure, but still missing a little bit of that discipline that'll come with more time in the program.
Yeah, that's just really undisciplined play by him. No reason for it. You had a golden opportunity. You miss it wide, but there's no reason to go after a man without the puck, especially that far away. Undisciplined. And again, 49ers on the penalty kill. You hope it doesn't bite them.
Penalty comes 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period. Again, the 49ers 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. More like 1 for 1 because of the first one was so short. Clemson trying to establish an opportunity once again. On across to the near side, controlling it, Matthew Power. Check that was Suda. Now onto the red line, taken away by the 49ers. They will clear.
Well, underrated save there by Ritter on the wraparound. They had lost sight of the puck momentarily. Ritter just got his right pad down in time.
Andrew Rasico working his way back the other way. Griffin Welch in the middle waiting for him. It was blocked by a 49er instead. Now sent back up into the neutral zone, controlled by Jared Tallow. On the right side, bounces it along to his teammate, but the pass went too far. Trying to pry it away was Max MacArthur for the 49ers, taken right back instead by Isaiah Jackson for Clemson. On down they go. Here come the Tigers. Jacob Vanderleest spins around and shoots, and it goes well wide. Back up to the blue line. Isaiah Jackson controls. Works his way around the defender. Now sends it on to the far corner. Vanderleest again. Returns it right back to Chandler Paff. Clemson working its way around the perimeter. Suda hesitates, now sends it on down. Paff behind the net. On the far side, Vanderleest threads his way through and fires it in. Ritter on top of it, and eventually he'll freeze it. A little pushing and shoving going on in front of Ritter.
Charlotte, I was just going to say, Charlotte doing a good job to keep them out on the outside, but a little bit too much stick checking there in the middle. When you're on a penalty kill like that, you've got to stay in your lane. You cannot take little poke checks like that, because if you miss, that's what happens. You get a golden opportunity right in front of the net.
Ritter has made the saves when he's needed to. A few times, Mike mentioned the rebound control was a bit of a problem last week, and a few times tonight it's ended up in front of him. But every time the Tigers have put on a lot of pressure, he's been there to stop it. Zachary Usinger kills some more time, just 19 seconds remaining in the power play for the Tigers. On near side, James Peachnick gets hit hard by Chase Weird and may have an opportunity shorthanded. Works his way through 4 Tigers and shoots just wide. Kaiser wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, Weird, great job using the body, causing a turnover. And now possibly the 49ers get some momentum after that penalty kill.
This may give an opportunity for the fans to get into it as well. Decent turnout tonight here at the Extreme Ice Center, as usual. And usually you see that in NHL arenas a lot of times after a successful penalty kill. Get somebody rushing out of the box, suddenly the fans start getting into it and the team starts feeling good.
Yeah, Usinger especially just before the opportunity by Weird, and using his speed once again. He just turns on the afterburners, and there are very few guys in this league that can keep up with that kind of speed.
Face-off comes to the right of Daniel Ritter. Won by Clemson. Shot immediately blocked by several 49ers. Now behind the net it goes, and it's picked up by Weird and far side. Thomas Gilmartin, backhanded pass. Beautiful job. Here comes Andrew Miller on through center. Miller works his way in. Kaiser finds it again with his glove.
Oh, great save by Kaiser right there. He went for the poke check, missed. Still had the presence of mind to keep his glove hand up and rob Miller of the first goal of this game.
Andrew Miller one-on-one is very hard to stop, but Kaiser's done it a few times tonight. Philip Arnold thought he had won the faceoff for a second. Eventually it ends up with the Tigers. Now pass to himself, Alexander Schreiber. Eventually loses it, Matt McCoy. Popped up and past the stick of a pair of Tigers. Now sent on back to center, controlled briefly by McCoy. Now sends it over to Gilmartin and on back through Philip Arnold, taken instead by Brendan Green of Clemson. Tigers moving the other way. Shot was blocked by McCoy. Now Clemson changing. Can Charlotte take advantage of it? Pass through center. Here comes Andrew Miller. Works his way around a defender and eventually could not. Second time through, Jacob Vanderleest was a no-go.
Vanderleest, great presence of mind there to keep his composure. Andrew Miller one-on-one against Vanderleest, a forward no less. Keeps his composure, keeps Miller in front of him, and prevents that opportunity.
Clemson dumps in, but no one home just yet. Now Charlotte to the far side. Gilmartin sends to center. Taken aside on the other way. Here comes Philip Arnold. Arnold a quick shot, and it goes wide.
Arnold had that far side picked, just missed it wide of the post on the left side.
Suda sends it up. Tigers tried to get on through center. Charlotte took it back instead, just inside their defensive zone. Poke check the side by the Tigers. Now kept on in. Alexander Ibrahim tried to glove it down, couldn't get to it. On to the far side it goes Isaiah Jackson. Now on behind. Chandler Paff jockeying for it, taken away here by the 49ers. Andrew Chard now sends down Jack Morrissey. On across to Suda. A lot of short possessions here. Neither team able to establish a lot of control. Suda took a spill. Now he takes the puck.
Yeah, Fawcett laying the body on him. And very little room for both teams right now with the puck. It's been back and forth action, not a whole lot of possession. A lot of turnovers caused by pressure.
And an icing here against Clemson. Just under 8 minutes gone here in the second period, and we were expecting a really offensive scoring show, I should say, tonight, Greg, and we haven't had it.
No, it's a very, very surprising, honestly, because you look at these teams, you would expect a game that would go 12, 13, 14 goals total. And both goaltenders, although they have been strong, defensively, both teams have definitely shut the doors on the prime scoring chances.
Fanned on an opportunity, did Riley Scoville. Now on across into center, Greg Driscoll. Lays it on back. Both teams change lines very briefly. Sent on down, Isaiah Jackson. Now here's Andrew Rasico into the offensive zone. Rasico spins around, had a backward pass, had Paff wide open, but Paff couldn't control it. Now centering, Rasico whiffed on the one-timer. Trying to wrap around the net. Suda in front once more. Now Paff with some opportunities, and it's turned aside by Ritter. Now here come the 49ers, 3-on-2 if they hustle. Usinger waits, looks in front for Weirden. Weirden had it on his stick, now plays it in front from Kaiser, and they score! Greg Driscoll breaks the scoreless tie, and the 49ers on the board with 11:20 to go in period 2.
Great counterattack there by the 49ers, scrambling in their own zone there for a good 30 seconds against Clemson's top line. They survive, they break out 3-on-2. Great backhand pass by Weirden to get it out in front. Driscoll's there to just squeak it by Kaiser and get this game going. 1-0 49ers.
That was great work by the 49ers in transition. Clemson a few good-looking opportunities. Either their own mistakes or Daniel Ritter denied them. And then coming back the other way, Usinger to Weirden to Driscoll. Time of the goal, 8:40. And the 49ers draw first blood. Now will be the time to see, do the floodgates open, or does the defense get back in shape for Clemson?
Well, if history proves anything right now, Charlotte tends to score in bunches. We saw it last week. We've seen it all season long. They get one past the goaltender, the confidence starts growing, and they start putting up round numbers on that score sheet.
Battle ensues in the 49ers offensive zone, eventually taken away. Andrew Butterfield plays it up the boards, but not out. Now sent on through center. Getting a stick on it briefly was Matthew Power. Now here comes Charlotte going back the other way. Andrew Chard, and a send-back shot come from Michael Ray, and it goes to the far side.
Beautiful blocker save there by Kaiser. One-timer Michael Ray from Chard. Brilliant opportunity, but the blocker denies Charlotte a 2-0 lead.
Ray retreats. Now looks to the near side, Zachary Broski. Bringing it up, Scoville. Check that, Miller. Andrew Miller sends it on through. Broski tried to block it down, eventually got it off the wall, plays it right back to Miller. 2-on-1, and Kaiser got a glove on it and kicked to the side. Now Miller up in front and shoots high up into the netting. Miller, a turnaround. That one came in hot.
Miller, a great chance. MacArthur right before that hits the side netting. Basically a 2-on-0 in front after the deflected pass. Unable to capitalize. But Charlotte, we said the floodgates tend to open when they get the one, and they are pressing hard to get a two-goal lead here.
Kaiser's been in the right position a few times. But overall, the Tigers looking like they're on their heels right now. Face-off will come to Kaiser's right. Battle between Welch for Clemson, Philip Arnold for Charlotte. Clemson wins the face-off. It's cleared out the center. Andrew Miller now lays it on up. Once again, Charlotte with a good opportunity. Coming in, and a little backhanded shot from Philip Arnold, swallowed up by Kaiser.
Wonderful passing play in the neutral zone there by the top line of Arnold, Gilmartin, and Miller. Saucer pass to get that opportunity. On the backhand, not the best angle, but still developed a great scoring chance out of it. Kaiser there again to stop it and smother it.
Gilmartin versus Schreiber here on this faceoff. Sent back by Clemson. Andrew Miller had a chance to wrap around, eventually lost control. Now the net off its moorings. Kaiser took a lash at Thomas Gilmartin's head. And you can hear the Charlotte bench and the Charlotte fans also unhappy with that.
Yeah, Gilmartin going strong to the net. He saw Miller take the puck behind the net looking for a centering pass. He goes in strong and ended up getting hit by Aiden Evans. And Evans got the worst of that one, but Gilmartin going strong to the net, incidental contact, nothing to call here.
Neutral zone faceoff. Clemson once again wins the faceoff. Andrew Rasico works his way up, plays it to his teammate Schreiber, sends it in, and Ritter kicked it aside. Now the 49ers coming back across center, working their way around. Unbelievable work through the neutral zone. Matt McCoy comes in, he scores! McCoy all the way through center, controlled it, then unleashed a wrister and sent it in high. It's 2-0 49ers.
Oh, what a play by Matt McCoy. A self-pass, angles it off the boards, gets it, recovers it himself, goes in on the off wing and beats Kaiser high to the blocker side, rips the twine, and your 49ers have a 2-0 lead.
That's a do-it-yourself play right there. All the way down the ice, and Charlotte has been so good in this second period in the neutral zone, controlling it and eventually creating odd man rushes. McCoy able to finish this one off. The time of the goal, 10:42. And the goals coming just 2 minutes and 2 seconds apart. The scoring in bunches, Greg. You called it, and that's what's going on right now.
That's all you need. Sometimes you hold on to the stick a little bit too tight when you see that 0 up on that scoreboard for a while. All you need is one. Suddenly you start feeling a little bit more relaxed. The goaltender's beaten, and the floodgates open.
Charlotte continuing to press. Now centered back around. Weirden, Kaiser out of position, and Weirden scores. Kaiser not ready for the deflection, and now looking a bit deflated. Suddenly the Tigers down 3-0.
Usinger takes the control of the puck in the corner, finds Weirden in front. Actually, a good job by the defender to get in front of it. A little bit of an unfortunate bounce for Kaiser, though. It goes off his defender, goes across his body, cross ice. He's moving left to right. The puck ends up going back to his left. Not really much of a chance for Kaiser once he committed to the initial shot.
Time of the goal, 11:12. Just 30 seconds after the last. And now 3 goals for the 49ers in a span of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. And again, Kaiser, a veteran goaltender for Clemson, but you start to wonder if this continues any further. Your head coach, Matt Loughran, do you think about putting Liam McHugh back in this game?
Well, Liam McHugh has been his bread and butter thus far this season. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm almost a little bit surprised that they didn't call timeout here. Try to recover everybody calm back down. You played 0-0 through basically half a game, and suddenly the floodgates open.
Matt Loughran in his first year as Clemson's head coach. See what happens as he gets tested like this for the first time. Did not make a change at goaltender with the Gamecocks of South Carolina leading Clemson 5-0 after the second period last week. Kept Liam McHugh in there. So presumably, I guess he will keep Joseph Kaiser in tonight. And he'll hope that the offense picks it up on the other side. Meanwhile, Charlotte good with the puck, but couldn't clear it out. Tap back down. Sent on behind the net. Centering pass looking for Chandler Paff. He got interrupted by a pair of 49er sticks. Isaiah Jackson now in the corner. Looks for a moment. Taken away by Charlotte once more. 49ers send it up. Well, excuse me, check on the boards by the Tigers. Now sent on down through the neutral zone. 49ers trying to corral near side. With it now, Ryan, check that, Zachary Usinger. Usinger pushed aside. Now controlling it, Chase Weirden. Works his way up, driven into the boards hard. Now sent on, glove down. 49ers play it back in. Kaiser bounces it off the back wall to himself.
Boy, almost the exact same scenario with the first goal. Great shift by the top line of Clemson, keeping Charlotte hemmed in their own zone. The counterattack again, the speed of Usinger creating that opportunity for the 49ers, looking for more.
Once again, Charlotte finding ways to prevent Clemson from getting open looks. Sometimes some good stick work defensively got it done. And now sent through center. Went through the legs of Zachary Broski. Now a 3-on-1 if Clemson hurries. They send it on down. Pass went aside. Isaiah Jackson couldn't get to it. Now the Tigers wrap and they score. Jacob Vanderleest, he's been close to a few tonight, and this time he finds it. A lot of Tigers were at the net. Not much Ritter could do, and Clemson's on the board.
Yeah, Ritter got caught looking out the wrong way of the net there. Great opportunity again, coming down on the rush. Nice response by Clemson after the third goal. They had a good shift before that with their top line. Now you see it. Vanderleest finally capitalizes on a 3-on-1. They did a little bit too much passing for my liking, but they eventually capitalize and get on the scoreboard.
Time of that goal, 13-15. A 3-1 game. Figured something like this would happen. 0-0 for so long. And now they're scoring a lot. Charlotte trying to respond. Sent on through it to the point. They may have a one-timer opportunity. Got rid of it. Not as strong as they would have liked. Jacob Ryu. On through center. On across the blue line. Eventually ran into the 49ers. Sent around behind the net. Clemson trying to corral. Pressure there provided by Michael Ray for the 49ers. Now on the far side, Ryan Cahill. Sent back up to the middle, almost stolen back by Clemson. Instead, here come the 49ers. Dump in was blocked by Jane Peachnick. Now here's Rasico. And the Tigers whistled for offside. They do not like the call.
Oh, golden opportunity there by Clemson. A really bad change by Charlotte. Sean Burke goes to the bench. He tries to slap shot it in. Gets blocked at the blue line. You've got to get that puck down in deep if you're going to go for a change, especially as a defenseman. And the Niners get fortunate there with the offside. That was a 2-on-1 with two of Clemson's best players coming at them.
They'll take the break. Meanwhile, Clemson takes a face-off. You can sense the urgency for Clemson. Still in the second period here, but they found themselves in a 3-0 hole. Eventually got one on the board. You know, they want to try to give Charlotte a taste of their own medicine and put a few more in quickly. The 49ers controlling defensively, sent up into the neutral zone, pursued hard by Michael Ray. And now controlled Patrick Salfia. Salfia works his way in. He tried to wrap around, had a man in front. That one bounces off of a Clemson skate, but eventually Kaiser there to cover.
Salfia, the freshman, moving in. Great move there on the left side. Breaks in, gets behind the net, backhands one towards the front of the net. We always say, get the puck towards the net. You never know what's going to happen. We saw that with the third goal and nearly got a redirection go their way.
Face off to come to the left of Joseph Kaiser. Controlled briefly by the 49ers. They dump down. Max MacArthur jockeying for the puck. Controlled on the far side. Andrew Chard sends it back up. One-timer and it turned aside. Max MacArthur once again. Nice moves. Several by MacArthur. Puts it in front. Kaiser almost had it and it blocked up over the net instead. Now sent on down Michael Ray. Loses it for a moment across the red line. 49ers getting a few good looks. Eventually it finds a stick of Griffin Welch. Almost out, but not entirely. Charlotte puts it right back down. Clemson all the way around the boards. Once again kept in by the 49ers. Now they work their way in. Drifting in, eventually taken aside. James Peachnick, very nice stick work. Blocked aside again. Clemson cannot clear the puck.
Some golden opportunities there for Charlotte. Now they're going to get caught back 3-on-1, possibly if Clemson hurries.
Isaiah Jackson stolen aside. Matt McCoy working defensively. Now it's Jared Tallow for Clemson. Loses it, McCoy now. Carries it all the way across into the offensive zone. Lets one fly from the other side. He was trying to beat Kaiser the same way he did on the near side. This time the goalie had it.
Yeah, no fooling Kaiser now. And Kaiser, nice response by him. Keeping his cool, giving up 3 quick goals. And he made one of those saves there in front, off his helmet, bouncing over the net. Kaiser keeping his team in it right now.
Kaiser's been doing a lot of that in this game. A lot of good opportunities for the 49ers in both periods. Now maybe a good opportunity for Clemson. Andrew Rasico Couldn't get to the puck where he could charge the net in time. Had to wrap instead behind. Sent it on along for Chandler Paff. A few Tigers fans in the house tonight as well. Made the truck up by 85. Big tie up in the neutral zone between a player from each side. Now Scoville goes after it. Andrew Miller looked to center while Kaiser was out of the cage. Philip Arnold couldn't quite get it, but the 49ers keep it in. Sent on back down. 2 men in front now across the Miller. He had an empty net and he scores. 2 on nobody for all intents and purposes, and Arnold fed Miller and found a wide open net, and it's 4-1.
Clemson defense really just got caught puck watching there. Two of Charlotte's best players standing there on each side of their goaltender, and really Kaiser, no prayer whatsoever. The shot came from the point. As soon as it missed wide, there you go, Philip Arnold right there on the side. Spots Andrew Miller all by his lonesome, and that's a tap-in goal.
Time of the goal, 16:40. And the goal song here, it's going down for real, Flo Rida. The goals are flowing right now from the 49ers as it appears head coach Matt Loughran will indeed take that timeout for Clemson.
You have to wonder if he's not telling that defense to keep their head on a swivel, because nobody was close to either one of the best players for Charlotte, and that's not the response you need. Right after you get a goal back, you get to win 3-1, and you give up one here late in the second. Really demoralizing goal for the Tigers.
Well, what can you say about this 49ers open ice play tonight? The puck handling has been excellent.
No, without question. And it's not just the veterans. You see guys like Chard out there stick handling around. Salfia, phenomenal move from a defenseman, pinching in and creating a scoring chance with his stick handling. So the youth of Charlotte is really starting to impress me the more I get to see them.
So Andrew Miller now. Miller with his 7th goal of the season. Leads all 49ers, his 10th point. 4 different goal scorers tonight in this second period for Charlotte. Greg Driscoll got them on the board at the 8:40 mark. Then it was Matt McCoy, Chase Weirden, and now Andrew Miller. Arnold also with his 4th assist. 49ers keeping it going, puts it on in. And Kaiser got on top of it at the last moment, but a charge came from Matthew Fawcett.
Glorious chance right there. Turnover in the neutral zone, 2-on-1 the other way. Driscoll came in, tried to get it, tried to lift it up, unable to do so, and nearly squeaked through the 5-hole of Kaiser, but he kept the pads in tight and kept it a 4-1 game.
To the left of Kaiser, it's Chase Weirden versus Griffin Welch. Played on down, Weirden eventually gets to it in the corner. Almost takes out a referee, and in fact the referee ended up taking out him. Now Clemson a chance to counter. On the other way is Vanderleest, the goal scorer for the Tigers. Slow shot to Ritter, fooled him for a moment, but then eventually Ritter able to glove it down.
Yeah, it's second time, and an unfortunate circumstance there with the referee getting in the way. Leads to a breakout for Clemson. Fortunately, Ritter makes the save on a bouncing puck.
Just under 3 minutes remaining here in period number 2, and a 3-goal advantage for the 49ers. Battle in the neutral zone. Now Clemson dumps down. On behind the net, controlled briefly by Charlotte. Zachary Broski plays it up the boards. And now the 49ers will indeed bring it out. More good stick work comes from Charlotte. All the way down, Michael Ray. Ray looking to wrap, stop the side, and eventually absolutely drilled by Isaiah Jackson. Right along the red line, stolen right back by Max MacArthur. Plays it along the boards, no one home on the far side. Jared Tallow is there for Clemson, but not cleared out. Comes in, Kaiser blocked it aside with his leg, rebound save as well. On toward the blue line, kicked back down. Kept in again by Charlotte, and eventually Clemson will send it out to center. 49ers dump in, get one more pair of legs out on the ice. Taken away briefly, MacArthur. One of the near boards. Checked by Tallow, then works his way out. Sends it on across to Jackson. Stolen away and dumped around by Fawcett and eventually taken right back. 90 seconds to go here in period 2.
Yeah, some chipping is starting to be showed here by both teams. That hard hit there really sparked Clemson to try to get back into this game.
These teams are as skilled as they are offensively, certainly do play physical. Seen that for the last few years. 49ers control into the neutral zone. Now on down. Tigers for a moment here, Andrew Rasico in the final minute. Rasico into his offensive zone. Stops for a moment, then shoots. A little spin move. Ritter was there protecting the near post.
Yeah, traffic in front of the net by Paff. Nice move, Rasico. A little bit too much stick work there by Charlotte. Dangerous guy like Rasico, you've got to just be able to force him out wide, make somebody else beat you. Don't let him get some speed going through the neutral zone, because that's what happens. You get a scoring chance like that, and Paff at the doorstep waiting for his opportunity.
Tigers break it out. Have been very successful in a lot of face-offs here this period. Once again denied in front. 49ers a chance. 4-on-2 developing. Poked aside briefly by Suda. Now winds and fires over the net. Almost into the roof here at the Extreme Ice Center. As meanwhile, Andrew Miller went careening into Joseph Kaiser, and the referee's making sure there's no funny business after the fact.
Yeah, solid shot by Arnold there. Again, we talked about getting traffic in front of the net. When you don't have the passing lane, and you got to get that puck on net. He did so, deflected up, as you said, up into the rafters here at Extreme Ice Center.
Don't see a puck get up there very often. Popped on down. 49ers controlled it for a moment. Battle on the boards. Clemson had a lot of open ice in front. Couldn't get to it. Gil Martin, a hard check laid on Brendan Green. Green traps it on his skate. Matthew Power taken back away by Philip Arnold. 3 different players hit the deck at once. 10 seconds left in the period. On the other way, Andrew Butterfield. Clemson trying to get one last rush in. More collisions. Now the 49ers a quick counter with 2 seconds left. Can they get a shot off Miller from no angle? And he misses the net behind. But Miller, the 4th goal scorer tonight for the 49ers, all in this period. 5 combined goals in this period, and the 49ers lead at 4-1 as we head to the second intermission. 12 minutes on the clock. At the conclusion of that, we will have the conclusion of this game for you. The third period, Greg Moshopoulos will be back on the call, and we hope you're here with us for the rest of the way. It's 49ers 4 and Tigers 1. Back to the Extreme Ice Center right after this.
And we are back here at Extreme Ice Center. My broadcast partner, Brett Williams. I'm Greg Moshopoulos. We are here for the third period. And Brett, we talked about it before the game. Charlotte tends to get those goals in bunches, and no better display right there than the second period, putting up 4 against Kaiser and Clemson.
And 3 of those came in a span of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So boy, did they ever score in bunches. Kaiser started getting flustered as the third one, he was just out of position off a deflection. It went home. And eventually Andrew Miller a few minutes later would put in goal number 4 for Charlotte right after Clemson had gotten on the board. So any chance the Tigers had to come back was immediately shut down. They obviously have 20 more minutes to try to do that, but they're still digging themselves out of a 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, it looks like Kaiser will remain in net if there was any question about that heading into the third. And we are underway here in the third. Matt McCoy, phenomenal game thus far. Passes it up ice, looked for Weird and couldn't find him. Nice little kick pass there. Shot goes wide, goes around the corner, and here comes Jackson with it. Jackson tries to center it, that's taken away. McCoy battling now. Loses his footing there with Griffin. Pass to the point, deflected in. Nice save by Ritter. Swiped aside by McCoy. Welch. Now whistle comes in. It looks like we're going to get matching minors as Welch and McCoy doing battle.
And we're going to see Welch in the box here. I think we will. And we will indeed. So Welch and McCoy, who have both been in the box once tonight, they'll make it too.
Yeah, some rough stuff. We talked about it in the second period. Some chippiness showing up. But really, if you're the 49ers, 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey, probably not the worst thing in the world to happen right now.
Absolutely not. Charlotte's been great in transition. They've created odd man rushes at 5-on-5 and 4-on-4. Makes it even more potent.
Rasico and Jackson here for Clemson to try to generate their own offensive chances here 4-on-4. Dangerous pair there. And now Burke goes under his goal line. Burke up the boards, looking for Miller. Miller chips it out, and here comes Arnold with it. And Charlotte has a possible 3-on-1. Shot save made, rebound goes behind the net. Arnold looking to center it. Can't do so, and now it's Rasico breaking out. Clemson trying to answer. Rasico down the right wing. Dipsy Doos now behind the net. Centering pass, deflected away. Rasico again with it, looking for help. Deflects in front. Calmly taken away by Arnold. Arnold now loses control, and Rasico in front by himself. What a save! Ritter stops him on the doorstep, and now Miller comes back out. Miller with the shot. Stopped, rebound behind the net. Miller looking to center it, taking control. It was 1-on-2, and now Jackson takes it.
This 4-on-4 is madness.
Great pass there. Miller with another chance, just misses high and wide. Salfia to Miller again. Miller looking for more. Circles around to the blue line. Miller still with it. Now up high. Here's Salfia with it. Some changes happening for Charlotte as they have Clemson hemmed in. Char drops it off to Salfia. Salfia still with it. Nicely done there to keep it in the zone by Dinkler. Tries to center it in front. That's taken away, and now Clemson finally breaks out. Some tired legs as it's dumped in by Power. Power will give chase. Dinkler swats at it, puck bouncing around. Nice play by Chard to get it out. And now Clemson breaks out 2-on-2. Chard still with it. Chard controlling, looking to make a play. He walks the line. Chard now looking to shoot. Sticked away off the shaft of the stick there by Kaiser into the netting.
I said earlier that this reminded me, this 4-on-4 play of 3-on-3 NHL overtimes, and although you have a lot of open ice, obviously, with fewer skaters on the ice, it doesn't always have to feel like that, and really it doesn't hardly ever feel exactly like that, but that's what we're seeing right now, these odd man rushes. The goaltending's been phenomenal on both sides in stopping them, but the opportunities back and forth, the save turns the other way. Unbelievable action from these two very talented offensive squads.
Yeah, we expected some crooked numbers to show up on the scoreboard. We were not disappointed there in the second. And 4-on-4 just only exemplifies that further. And now here's Rasico again, dangerous. Tied up in the feet there, still loose in front. As Broski couldn't find the handle, and eventually Charlotte takes over, and here's the speedster Usinger. He takes it up the ice, down the middle. 1-on-3 working down the middle. Looks for a drop pass. MacArthur dumps it in deeper. Rasico takes control. Lifts it up, and that's out. Now Clemson looks to break out. Nice cross-ice pass there. Rasico with it. Looking to make a play. Centers it. That goes all the way through. And eventually out of the zone. Team's looking to change. Salfia with it. Working 1-on-4. Salfia still manages to get control of the puck. Keeps it in momentarily. But now he's caught up ice, and now Clemson trying to break through. A nice play there by Broski. Broski takes the body there. Charlotte looking to regroup and break out. Usinger unable to connect with Fawcett. Now Clemson trying to break out. Unable to do so. Usinger keeps it in. Centering pass just through the wickets. Looking for Cahill. Couldn't get the stick on it. And a self-clear by Charlotte. Griffin Welch now. Puck bouncing all over the place. And finally Fawcett finds a handle on it. Cross-ice pass to McCoy. He redirects it up. Chips it in for Ibrahim. Ibrahim can't find his way around Vanderleest. Now McCoy takes control. He dumps it in wide of Kaiser. Ibrahim puts it out in front. Easily sticked away by Kaiser. Brendan Green up the ice. Kept in momentarily by Charlotte. The chick there at the red line by Scoville. Fawcett a self-chip. Hustling to get to it, and there's Kaiser again. Several times he's come out of the net to play the puck. Dumped in, delayed offside here against Clemson. Gives Scoville a chance to regroup. Now the top line is back out there. Gilmartin at center. Taken up now by Schreiber. Puck gets past Scoville. Dinkler looking to help him out. Goes up the boards, Miller with it. Taps it over to Arnold as Charlotte breaks out. Arnold now breaking in 2-on-4. Gets it taken away. And now Clemson comes back out with it. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Rasico crisscrosses around. Rasico backhander sticked away by Ritter. Miller now plays it. 3-on-2 for Charlotte now. Miller down the left wing. Hesitates, looking for a pass. Cross ice. Deflected away nicely by Tallow. And back comes Rasico with it. 2-on-2. Rasico tries to center it. Paff nowhere to be found. Paff now centers it. Deflected away by Miller. And now Arnold puts it into the netting. Back and forth action here with 6:16 gone here in the third.
And once these teams reached even strength, it looked like everybody was still trying to figure out what was going on. No good possessions established. A lot of pucks moving around in the neutral zone. And eventually some good opportunities there late. Rasico made something out of nothing. He was blocked, had his back to the goal, spun around, got a decent shot off. And on the other side, Miller a good opportunity. He had Zachary Broski open with a wide open net in front. But the pass was errant and is now an icing called.
And the Charlotte's top line iced the puck. Arnold was looking for Miller. Miller tends to find himself in open space on the faceoffs. He likes getting out in space and using that speed of his to generate a scoring chance, even from the defensive zone. He doesn't need much space, and when he gets it, he's deadly. Weird with a nice stick work there to get it out of the zone. Weirden now at the red line. He dumps it in. Charlotte goes for a change. Deflected away. Kept in now. Weirden again with possession on the left wing. Right, left pad save there again. Nicely done by Kaiser. Some nice moves by Jackson. Beautiful cross-ice pass. Now Clemson breaks out 2-on-2. Cross ice. High slot chance. Oh, Ritter with a good save with traffic in front. And now Usinger comes out with speed in the neutral zone. Here comes Usinger. Builds a wall. He goes to the net. Save again by Kaiser.
With the exception of that one stretch in the second period, Kaiser's been solid all night. I think Daniel Ritter has been getting stronger with every progressing period. And you're starting to see why here. He's made a number of really good saves.
Centering pass, that deflection, it's goal! Traffic in front of the net. And Charlotte takes control of the 5-1 lead.
And the 49ers putting pucks on net from behind. I believe that was Usinger who ended up putting it home. He's getting the bench fired up here. Couple of points now on the night for him. He's been working it great through the open ice all night long. Eventually waiting on the far post and no chance for Kaiser.
Driscoll with the centering pass. Usinger eventually finds it and puts it past Kaiser, who's had a little bit of rough luck here a couple times in this game. But make no mistake, Charlotte putting it to him.
Now the 49ers have scored at least 5 goals in every game this season, all 5 games. As you said earlier, Greg, averaging just under 8. And meanwhile, Clemson, who outscored their first 2 opponents of the year 20-2, they've only scored 1 goal in each of their last 2 games.
Slap shot there seen by Kaiser, no problem as he smothers it on the slap shot by McCoy. 5-1, 8:02 gone here in the third. Clemson looking to break out but unable to do so. Chard keeps it in. Now it's Ray behind the net. Ray looking to backhander in front. Taken away. Ray looking to the point. McCoy with the wrister from the point. That goes just wide. Kept in again down low. Here's MacArthur with it. Goes to the front of the net. He goes to the other side now after it gets deflected wide. Ray gives chase and can't keep it in. McCoy, eventually the puck does squeak out. But again, Charlotte with possession. Chard bodied off of there and dumped back in by Clemson. Some fancy stick work there by Chard. Eventually gets it over to McCoy. McCoy will dump in. Soft dump in though. Oh, turnover there. Here's MacArthur with it. Blocker saved by Kaiser into the netting. What a chance there by MacArthur on the turnover.
Yeah, Kaiser bailed his defenseman out. That turnover started by a whiff on an attempted clear. And MacArthur was there to pick his pocket and almost put a 6th goal home.
Rather simple looking play. It looked like the soft dumping by McCoy was going to backfire on them. But a whiff by the defender leads to a great chance. Puck squeaked out. Here's Rasico. We've been calling his name all night. He goes over to Paff. Paff with the slap shot. Deflected off a stick there by Scoville, and he clears all the way back out to Clemson's defensive zone. Evans with it behind the net. Looking to break out, looking for Rasico. Misses. No icing here. Pass up the ice, Fawcett. That's a turnover. Clemson in front of the net, off the glove of Paff, just trickles wide. Paff now behind the net. Paff gives chase. Driscoll looking for a body contact there. Here comes Rasico. Rasico battling with Fawcett. Rasico still with it. Bodied off the puck. Centering pass. Oh, there's Ritter with the save. Point blank on Schreiber.
Ritter got lucky the first time, then a skillful stop there. It was a weird shot. I think it was a shot, and it came off hard enough, but it had a weird floating trajectory in the air, and eventually, as you said, hit Paff in the glove. And no chance for Ritter to stop it, but instead it went wide, and then he stopped a point-blank shot.
And Schreiber all alone in front of the net. There's a bouncing puck in front. Unable to corral that is Jackson. And eventually Charlotte clears. And now a possible turnover here. Centering pass in front, but Broski had fallen down, unable to capitalize on that chance. And now Clemson again comes back. Rister easily sticked away, but almost created trouble for himself was Ritter. A little bit lackadaisical with that. And now McCoy's up the ice. Down the right wing is McCoy. Into the corner, there's Tallow. And it trickles its way out. Here's Dinkler with it. An angled pass there, goes to the right wing. Salfia fakes the slap shot, Salfia in the corner. Looking for help. Bouncing puck, McCoy, unable to corral it. And it comes out. And Scoville carries the puck in offside. 8:53 remaining here in the third. 5-1, 49ers.
And back and forth play has returned the last few times up and down the ice. A couple of good opportunities both ways.
Puck goes behind the net. Suda's there by himself. He looks for an option. Suda dangling. Suda still looking. Pass it up to ice. Rasico. Rasico whiffs. He's pressured. Puck comes out in front. Clemson eventually able to clear. Salfia. Now Gilmartin. Gilmartin goes cross ice. There's Miller. Centering pass. Oh, what a save! Rebound is there, and he scores! Gilmartin on the rebound after a great save by Kaiser on Arnold. Gilmartin puts Charlotte up 6-1.
Nothing Kaiser could do on that rebound. He made a heck of a save the first time, but there was no defender to back him up. Gilmartin a wide open net, beautifully executed backhand, and Charlotte's trying to put this game in the rear view.
And there's the top line again for Charlotte. In the first period, they were putting pressure on and were unable to capitalize. But doing so at will now, seemingly, here in the third.
Evidently a Clemson player was sharing some words with some of the 49er fans over there. They were chanting scoreboard back at him. Now, if you're Clemson, you got to start thinking, too, about saving some energy perhaps for the next 2 days. They've got to they continue their road swing at Coastal Carolina. Those games in Wilmington, the Chanticleers do not have a true home ice. They play up there in Wilmington where the UNC Wilmington Seahawks play. But Saturday and Sunday, so 3 games in 3 days for the Tigers. And unless something changes quickly, they're not going to have started this off on a good note.
No rest for the weary here in Charlotte. Centering pass comes out. Burke with a shot. Rebound is there. Trickled just wide. Weirden tried to center out in front. Unable to do so, and it finally clears out. Dangerous play by Burke, but eventually taken over by Broski. Broski breaks in. Drops it off. Shot goes wide. There by Driscoll. Kept in by Burke. Slap shot is blocked. Rebound is there. Driscoll again. Can't get good wood on it. He battles in the corner. Again kept in by Charlotte. Weirden dumps it down low, looking for Usinger. Nicely sticked away there. But again, Clemson just getting out of their zone as best they can. There's a good solid check again by Broski. Weirden now. Weirden breaks up the middle. Weirden still with it. Centering pass. And the net comes off to Morgs as he was looking for Usinger. And now a board meeting behind the net. A couple of Clemson players with Usinger. And now some 49ers come in to help out as Ray and Weirden join the fracas.
Looked for a second like the Clemson bench was clearing. In fact, they were just changing lines, but 3 players just rushed off in that direction, thought better of joining the fray. That'll be settled just as a 2-on-2.
And if we count them up, there's 6 players on the ice plus a goaltender. So certainly some confusion there, getting a line change going for Clemson. And some penalties will be doled out. as the 49er fans let the Tigers have it. And it's going to be Lamont for Clemson going to the box, at least Lamont. Looks like Morrissey is in there as well.
We have 2 Tigers and 2 49ers each in the box now.
Referee sorting things out as Rasico and Tallow have words with them to figure out exactly how this will play out.
Anytime a goalie is involved, the net goes off its moorings and there's perceived contact on the goalie, teammates are always going to stand up for him. And it looks like that was what was going on. A couple of Tigers forced a few of the 49ers into the wall and then went from there.
Yeah, Usinger, although a senior, is not the tallest man in the room, so a couple of Tigers took him behind the boards there. Let him have it, but his teammates have his back in that situation, and the referee is still trying to figure out what will come of all this. And it looks like we're going to have Usinger go to the box for Charlotte. But it does appear to be, after all of this, to be a 4-on-4.
There are nonetheless 2 players from each team in the box. But as you said, apparently they're just taking 1 player from each team off the ice, just calling it a 4-on-4.
Some collision there. Scoville. Now MacArthur with it. MacArthur cross-ice pass over to Chard. Chard on the right wing. Chard try to make a move. He's sticked away nicely there by Tallow. Chard battling with him. Whipped around the boards. Scoville is waiting. Battle on the half board is Chard. Chard dumps it in deeper. Looking to center, but Chard unable to corral it. At the point. One-timer there, kind of a flutter job on Kaiser. Kaiser able to snag it with his glove.
And if this game does get any chippier, again with a lot of upcoming games, Clemson 2 this weekend, Charlotte a big 3-game weekend next weekend up in Raleigh at the ACC tournament, you don't want to have any kind of suspensions, so players need to keep their heads the rest of this match.
Yeah, both teams important with that schedule coming up. You don't want to lose any bodies. McCoy down to Arnold. Arnold trying to go around. Now Miller with it. He skates around. Dumps it in behind the net for Arnold. Arnold skating across. Salfia at the point. Salfia slap shot along the ice, easily sticked away by Kaiser. Kept into the zone by Salfia. Now Arnold leaves it for Miller. Miller avoids contact, but Clemson eventually now takes a bad bounce off a partition. Salfia keeps it in. Salfia skating now down the right wing. Up against the boards, he's pushed aside nicely, but he keeps possession. Salfia now turns it over. Here goes Clemson, a possible 2-on-0. It's Rasico. Bouncing puck. He tries to center it in front all alone. Backhander saved by Ritter. Rasico with it now. Again looking for Schreiber. He can't find the handle. And it's deflected aside into the corner. What an opportunity for Clemson to get some confidence back.
But Ritter just turned them aside beautifully. He knew Schreiber had really no other choice but to go backhand. He ended up with his back to the net, had the puck on him, just hesitated for a second, tried to fool Ritter, and was unsuccessful in doing so.
Ritter came out to the top of his crease to challenge that opportunity. Well done by him. Good placement, good body positioning. And 1 second remaining on the 4-on-4, and these teams will go to full strength. Kept in the zone. Driscoll looking for Usinger. Usinger spins around, centering pass. Goes through everybody. Kept into the zone again by Broski. Usinger skating along the blue line now. Keeps it in the zone. Nicely done. Usinger still has it, still skating around, looking for options. Still skating now behind the net to the left side. Now goes behind, looking for Weirden. Weirden bodied off the puck, stays with it. Eventually comes out to the front of the net. Collision there by Usinger. And now a delayed penalty call as a Clemson player is down. And Usinger's going to go to the box for tripping. It looks like that's Peachnik for Clemson. Unable to get to his feet on his own, get some help from his teammates, as he is not putting any weight on his right leg right now.
Certainly not something you like to see. Wish him well, hopefully just a bit shaken up. But again, I go back to the point that something like that happens in a game that's already gotten out of hand. You start to worry about any potential extracurriculars to come, and both of these teams need to be smarter than that.
Yeah, definitely a nasty-looking collision out in the slot between him and Usinger. You worry about a knee-to-knee collision there with the way he came off the ice. Rasico at the right point. Rasico waiting, looking for options. One-timer in, no traffic in front. Ritter sticks it with authority into the netting. And an offensive zone face-off for Clemson.
You can tell Ritter's playing with a lot of confidence. Last week against Elon, knocked around a little bit, not solid on his rebound control tonight. He's just taking care of his business.
Rasico again, another face-off win for Clemson. Now to the point, Tallow. Tallow, Rasico, wrist shot, goes wide. Kept in the zone nicely by Suda. Suda circles it around. Now Jackson with it, back to the point, Suda. Back to Jackson. Jackson goes in deeper, looking for Welch. He can't control it. Burke now with it. Looks to clear, and he does. Good penalty killing there by Charlotte. 1:20 remaining on the penalty kill. Turnover in front. Oh, Tallow lackadaisical with it and nearly got a goal. Short-handed by Ibrahim. Easy save there on Jackson's shot. And now Scoville comes out with it. So Scoville turns it over at the offensive blue line. Pass across, there's Rasico again. Looking for help. Spins around, going cross ice. Finds Green. Paff unable to get control of it. Now Dinkler with it. Paff gains control. Cross ice pass. Green, pass there, turned over, and now possible breakaway. Oh, Short finally able to find control of it and gets a shot. But if he was able to corral that, he had a clean breakaway in. Ray with it to Chard, couldn't handle the puck. He tries to wrap around, it's front, and a score! Michael Ray from Chard, and a shorthanded goal makes this a 7-1 game.
All I knew it was a matter of time before the 49ers were able to pull off something shorthanded. As soon as they get a breakaway, they're going to make it happen. And like you said, the breakaway was interrupted only by an inability to control it in time. But Chard on the far side was ready again. Eventually lost control a second time, but still kept it in play, and Ray was there to clean it up.
And the fans letting Clemson have it right now. As Charlotte not only kills the penalty, but gets a shorthanded goal. Smolens sends it wide. Now Scoville with it. Pass over to Miller. Another breakaway possibility. Gilmartin with it. Oh, nice back check there. Tallow recovers in time to break up that opportunity. And some more chippiness along the boards.
Now the 49ers closing in on their average goals per game this year of 8. Unbelievable. I mean, anytime obviously in hockey, if you're averaging those kind of numbers, you're doing something right. But unbelievable that they've scored at least 5 in every game this season.
Yeah, 5 games into the season, and 5 goals is your minimum number. McCoy turns it over, wrist shot, and there's Ritter sticking that one aside into the corner. Shot from the point, that gets deflected away. McCoy sends it out. Suda with it, pressured by Miller. Suda goes cross ice to Evans. Evans passes blocked away by Gilmartin. He's checked from behind. Suda back with it. Cross ice, McCoy with the check. Puck along the boards there. Oh, shouldered off the puck is Fawcett. And Clemson definitely taking some liberties physically. And now we're going to have a whistle away from the puck. And it was only a matter of time before the referees got control of this one.
Matthew Power heading to the box for this one.
Just under a minute to play here in the third, 7-1. And obviously the frustration of Clemson. They started the game physically, they're ending it physically, but now taking penalties out of frustration. Salfia. Some power play time now for Cahill. He turns it over and Clemson dumps it down. On net, Ritter sticks it aside. McCoy circles. 40 seconds left here in the third. McCoy gathering speed. Now he goes up the middle. McCoy still with it. Goes around the defender. Centering pass. Ibrahim unable to come up with it. McCoy bodied off the puck. Taken away and eventually out of the zone. Salfia. Now to Fawcett. Fawcett dumps it in. Stopped behind that by Kaiser. Kaiser looking. Sticks it up the boards, looking for Tallow. Tallow simply dumps it down. And the last few seconds will trickle off as the 49ers take it to Clemson by a final score of 7-1.
How's that for a final score of a game that was scoreless for so long?
Unbelievable. After the first period, no score between two teams that averaged so many goals per game. But eventually Charlotte breaks free, gets one by, and it was all downhill from there for Clemson and Kaiser as the teams line up to shake hands. Surely the referees will keep a close watch to make sure nothing happens here after a physical game here at Extreme Ice Center.
Very appropriate that Ritter and Kaiser lead their teams through the handshake lines. Despite the offensive show that we saw from Charlotte as this game continued, really can't say enough about the goaltending on both ends of the ice all night long.
Yeah, Joe Kaiser really left high and dry by his teammates all too often. And Charlotte knows what to do with it when they get their opportunities. Right there at basically their average score per game, 7 to 8 goals, and they proved it again here tonight.
So both of these teams will now hit the road. As we said, Clemson, this is actually their second of 6 straight games on the road. Started at South Carolina last week. They go to Coastal tomorrow and Sunday. They'll go to Georgia and Georgia Tech before they finally return home to the Pavilion. Meanwhile, Charlotte, the ACC tournament, not the official ACC tournament, of course, but the Stephen Russell tournament against some other ACCHL opponents next week in Raleigh. They do not return home to the Extreme Ice Center until into November when the Tar Heels come visiting.
And the 49ers salute their crowd here at Extreme Ice Center. Our final score, once again, 7-1 Charlotte, as they go to the road, as we said, next week in Raleigh. And quite a bit of stretch here of hockey without coming back home here at Extreme Ice Center. Once again, our final score, 7-1. For my broadcast colleague, Brett Williams, I'm Greg Moshopoulos. Thank you for watching, and good night.